from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the...
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 24 carries, 107 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
He's taken down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
The ball carrier brought down.
Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met him in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, now.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Falcons' 47-yard line.
Cook. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A gain of 9.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They run again on first down, Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Brought down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correct.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 11.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 99 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to his wide.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops in behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Now it's Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
The pass.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To number 84. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Falcons 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 26-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
A loss of 5 yards.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
At their own 40.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. Now Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Cox on the tackle. No gain on the play.
They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Gurley. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's the run with Cook.
Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Falcons 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley.
The pass.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Their own 11-yard
So
line.
time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's off to Jacksonville to see what's going on with the Jags. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Jimmy Garoppolo with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 28-13, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Todd Gurley.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First down.
Back to throw here.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Another carry now for Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The quick slant caught.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll
be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw.
Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off around the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this one to Pittman.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. It's Cook in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. A 10-play drive that time, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over.
Well, they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 11.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
And the Falcon first down.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Down at the 35-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings
now a draw play for Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. To throw now on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
So 9 yards.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Falcons 20, Vikings 17.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Their own 26-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
On the move to his left. He'll run it. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Makes the score Falcons 23, Vikings 17.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Their own 26-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. So they're happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Complete. Jefferson the target. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Extra point forthcoming. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown and the ever-critical extra point. So it is a 1-point lead here in the final minute of action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. David Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
23-yard line.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go!
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now it's Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Todd Gurley on the carry.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
4-yard attempt.
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. 3 for 3 so far, and a fourth would win it. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
26.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.